welcome to my video where we're going to be covering solving equations. We're going to solve the one-step and two-step equations. What this means is they always want us to get the value of the unknown. In this case, the unknown is m, right? So this equation is m plus 12 is equal to 10. So we want to leave m alone this side of the equation and get the value of m, right? So we use the opposite operation. So because this is plus 12, to undo the plus 12, I'm going to subtract 12 both sides of the equation. So whatever I do one side, I have to do the other side of the equation, right? So this is plus 12 minus 12 will give you a 0. So this will cancel. So we'll be left with m being equal to 10 minus 12, giving you a negative 2. So the value of m in this equation is negative 2. So if we look at example 2, on the other hand, it's even more interesting. So we're having a fraction, right? So we're having 2x out of 3 is equal to 10. How do we get x alone this side of the equation? So because this is 2 out of 3x, to leave x alone, I always find the reciprocal. So I'll multiply, I need to get a fraction which cancels out this fraction and leaves x alone. So a fraction is what we call the reciprocal. So I'll multiply both sides of the equation by 3 out of 2, right? And also this side of the equation by 3 out of 2. So do you see this 3 down? It will cancel with this 3 up, right? Do you see this 2 down? It will cancel with this 2 up. And this 2 cancels with this 2. So we're left with this x. So x will be equal to 10 times 3, 30 out of 2. And this will give us 15. So x is equal to 15. So there are so many ways of solving this part fraction, right? Another way would be, let me delete everything. Please feel free to pause the video, copy down what you need to copy down and try out by yourself. So another way would be having 2x out of 3 being equal to 10. So 10 is the same as 10 out of 1, really. So you could first get rid of the denominator, this 3, by multiplying both sides by 3, right? So this 3 here cancels with this 3 there. So we're left with 2x being equal to 30, right? And then to undo this 2, which is the coefficient of x, we divide both sides by 2. So divide both sides by 2. These 2 cancels here, and then you'll be having x being equal to 15. So that's another way. If you don't want to find the reciprocal and multiply both sides of the equation by the reciprocal of the fraction. So that's another way. All right, so we're having, let me rewrite it here, having a 4w out of 9 being equal to negative 8. So to undo the 4 out of 9, our 9 is down, so I want 9 to be up, and then 4 is up, I want 4 to be down. So I multiply by the reciprocal, and I do it both sides of the equation, 9, 4, yeah, both sides of the equation. So let's see what cancels. You see how this 9 is up and this 9 is down? That would cancel, right? And you see how this 4 is down and the other 4 is up? They would cancel. So we're left with w. So w is equal to, this 4 will reduce this 8 to negative 2. So negative 2 times 9, and this would give us a negative 18. So the value of w is negative 18. Like I said, there are so many ways of dealing with that problem. Another way would be, if you're having, let me delete this. Another way would be multiplying both sides of the equation by the denominator, which is 9, first of all. So 9 times 4w over 9 being equal to negative 8 times 9. So that's the first way. We're multiplying both sides of the equation by 9. So this 9 cancels with that 9. So we're left with 4w being equal to negative 8 times 9. And you could work out negative 8 times 9 if you know it offhand, or if you have a calculator, but I'm trying to work out this as much as I can without a calculator. So here the next thing is divide both sides of the equation by 4, right? So what cancels? So you see how this 4 cancels with that 4 and you get 1, right? Then this 4 cancels with this 8, you get negative 2. So it's negative 2 times 9, giving you negative 18. So w gives you negative 18. So negative 18 is the value of w. And finally, this one-step equation, let me first delete this and get working space. So in this equation, we have negative 7y being equal to negative 7y is the coefficient of y. We just want y along this side. So to leave y along this side, just divide by the coefficient of y, divide by negative 7, right? So negative 7 cancels with that negative 7, and you'll get y being equal to, every time you're dividing a negative by a negative, you get a positive. So by 7, 1, 13. So y is equal to 13. So the value of y is 13.